Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about the military intervention that's going on in Syria and Iraq. This intervention has been going on for about 3 weeks now, and as we can see, it's nowhere near stopping ISIS. Although it has slowed them down a little bit, there's nothing to show that they're about to be stopped in their tracks anytime soon. What's even more alarming is the fact that they're only a few miles outside Baghdad, which of course begs the question, what happens if they take Baghdad? Are they going to be able to entrench themselves in the city? And if they do so, that would mean that the coalition would have to send in ground troops in order to stop them, which effectively would mean that you would get an Iraq invasion number 2, which God knows where that will lead. But the big question here is, what are the motives behind this military intervention? Why do the elite want it? Because already last year they wanted to push through a military intervention in Syria, but they weren't able to politically sell it. This year around, however, after the conquest of ISIS, they've been able to politically sell this, and now we have a military intervention going on with a coalition of many nations. Now, when it comes to motives, there's of course one motive that is pretty much crystal clear, and that is the fact that they want to keep the war machine going, to keep the military-industrial complex happy. Another war means you can sell more bombs, more weapon systems, and so on. And we can see, for example, that in this particular military intervention, the Lockheed Martin's F-22 is seeing its first combat missions, which of course makes Lockheed Martin happy and makes the US government happy. They're able to test their new toys in real life, in a real life scenario. But to believe that this would be the only motive is overly simplistic and naive, which of course begs the question, what are the other motives? Well, I believe one motive would be that they want to still take out Assad, and somehow they'll be able to have this intervention switch gears into attacking Syrian government troops. And what would happen would be that after a while there would be mission creep, and suddenly the targets would go from just targeting ISIS to targeting Syrian government troops, and together with other extremist groups on the ground, they would be able to run over the Assad regime, which would mean that they could weaken and take out Iran's most important ally in the region, which is Syria. This also brings up the question, what is the end game? Well, that's also a big question, because we don't really know exactly what the end game would be. What I would imagine what it could be is that they want to still go get Iran. And the best way for them to do that is to take out the major ally in the region, which is of course Syria, and the way I just described. So this could be possibly why they want the real motive behind the military intervention. And time will tell, but it's still a question. What is the big motives behind it? I really don't know, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, and I'll put some the links in the description to my blog posts about this. Feel free to read them. Thanks.